How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to just outside of Caffeine and Machine, where I am with my good friend Yuwan, who you haven't seen in about a year on this channel now. He's cruising around, he thinks he's a big man, look at him. And I'm also with Aldas as well, who is back again annoying the channel as always, you know how it is. But we're not interested in Aldas's GT86 because last time I came to Caffeine and Machine, we looked at this exact spot, exactly. We looked at this car. Today I am interested in Yuwan's CRZ. He has just disappeared behind it. The last time I met with Yuwan, this was a fresh new car for him at least. It didn't really have any modifications on it. It was, yeah, pretty much as simple as you could imagine. Now, a year later, is it a year later? Just over a year later since we last caught up? It was just before lockdown, wasn't it? Yeah, about a year and a half. The car has significantly changed, as you can see. So let's throw in some B-roll here and then we'll talk to you about what he's done to the car. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So, Yuwan, mate, last time we caught up, this was looking very basic. Yeah. But now, it's looking very JDM. Yeah. What have you done to it? Talk me through the modifications and why you have absolutely, well, just upgraded your first car in this kind of way.
First mod, gauge pod.
From my understanding, only a couple of those actually work, don't they? So
one of them is oil pressure, one of them is water temperature, one of them is oil temperature, and the oil pressure one doesn't work.
Okay, cool. But when you turn the car on, it comes on as well, I assume. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. Oh, sick. That is pretty cool. I don't even catch it on camera. What have you done after that? So obviously we've got the alloys. Where are they off of?
FN2 Civic Type R.
FN2 Civic Type R. What, how much were they? Were they expensive or were they not too bad?
I think they were £350 in bad condition with illegal tyres. Yeah. I had to get new tyres, which is like 300 and something quid. I had to refurbish it and powder coat it white, which is 250 quid. Yeah. And then and it's got spaces on it.
Yeah, very nice. So you just put these spaces in, didn't you, as well? So these spaces came in literally the Jap Speed spaces. I think it's a really good idea because it really kind of brings out the side of the car. So like if I drop down here, you can kind of get a glimpse of just how perfectly kind of in line it is there on the front. Just kind of sits out of the arches. It's very, very nice. And then you got them on the back as well, didn't you, in the end? Yeah, they're bigger, but they don't poke as much. Okay. Yeah, I reckon you could almost maybe do, you could probably go out an extra maybe ½ inch or so. Yeah. I don't know, but I do like these. I think that in terms of like the stance of the car, really upgrades the way that it looks. I think that maybe the back could go out a little bit further, but I think that looks really, really nice either way. On the back of the car, what have we done here? So we've obviously got the classic Yuwan Diacaran, yes, stunning little sticker here. Very, very nice, very good. Did you change the badges as well? Yeah. So yeah,
controversial though. Yeah. Because people are like, oh, that's a Type R badge. Yeah. But I wanted the red Honda badge. Yeah, there's no Type R badge here.
I think it also matches quite nicely with the lights. So like having the red lights and then the red badge. You've got the red badge in the front as well, haven't you? Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And the lights
as well. People don't realise this, but I spray painted them. I sort of masked this off.
Okay, cool.
And then the top is red and the bottom is red.
That's cool.
It looks OEM.
And then you've also done the tailpipes as well. So last time we met, you had a bog standard. I think it was a single exit, and now it's
right, and now it's a dual exit in the middle.
So is this a whole new splitter then on the back of the car?
No, it's a stock splitter, but you can see it cut off.
Oh, I see. So like if you get up nice and close here, you can actually see where it's come through in the back. Yeah, I've got you. Yeah. Nice. Okay. And it sounds reasonable as well. Do you want to turn it on for me so I can catch the sound of this? Nice. Mate, what I like about that is that lots of people put exhaust on their cars and whatever, particularly in their first cars, and more power to you for doing it. I think on this car in particular, that sounds really nice. Like it sounds really like grunty and throaty. It doesn't sound like really, I don't know, raspy. It doesn't sound like a grenade bomb exhaust or anything like that. I actually think that's a really reasonable sound that you've got coming out of it. Like it's not too much and it's not like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a nice sound.
It's like when you change the exhaust of a Honda, it sounds like fart candy.
Exactly.
And this is like...
Whereas this is, it kind of just keeps it nice and low, but I'm a big fan.
Jazz engine.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it actually sounds pretty reasonable, so that's pretty cool. Obviously you changed the plates as well, so last time we met you had the 4Ds on there, but now because of obviously legal issues, we've gone back to the standard ones, which is pretty nice, but obviously having that nice plate on there too.
I think they look nice as well.
I think they look really good as well. I think you're right. I think the 4D ones are a little bit gimmicky almost. Yeah, a bit much. But what I think you've done, what I personally like about this, like this is just me going off about how much I like Yuwan's car here. But I feel like that is it's such a nice looking car in terms of its side profile, as in for a first car to have that kind of coupe style. I think you've done really, really well getting the car, but then the upgrades that you've done to it on the exterior, they're minor. They don't make it look like a mad tuner car. They kind of just make it look like I would say a JDM version of a CRZ, which I think is really, really nice.
Yeah,
so
OEM plus.
Exactly, and there you can see obviously that red badge as well on the front just there, which, yeah, again, Type R badge, say what you want about it, but at least you haven't Type R'd the back of the car, like, no. You haven't done like a Corsa VXR badge or something like that. Like,
I want Type R badges on the seats.
Yeah, but that's kind of part and parcel. That's the same with me, so like obviously on the Polo I've got the GTI seats in there. The Polo is not a GTI, but I got GTI seats in it, so I just kept the badge on. Right, so this is where I am probably the happiest with this car, or where I like the most inside of it. These Type R seats are absolutely nuts. So which Type R are these out of? An FN2 as well?
FN2, yeah.
Yeah, and how do they fit in? Like, did they fit onto the original runners, or did they?
We had to take them into a shop and like get new brackets.
Okay, cool. So new brackets and stuff.
I mean, the seats were not made for this car. Like you can see it kind of rubs along here.
Yeah, right on the edge there. You can see it's right on. But they are very comfortable looking seats, and they. There's like the suede on the exterior as well, with like the nice insert and stuff. I think it really upgrades the interior of the car. It was already a nice interior. You had nice seats now in the first place, yeah. But then you added on that, and then you've got your steering wheel that you bought off eBay.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. I like this little mesh grille that you've got going on in the interior there as well, like nice and simple. Again, it's kind of that like OEM plus vibe that you've got going on, which I think is really nice. Cool. And then you've got, I haven't seen this, the carbon fiber golf ball style shifter. This is pretty mad.
It says Mugen on it, but it's not real.
Oh, it's not a real Mugen one.
A real
oh
Mugen,
yes, I see.
Like 300 quid.
Yeah.
And I spent 20 quid on that.
20 quid? That's reasonable for 20 quid though. Like, not a bad looking shifter for 20 quid.
I try and hide the Mugen thing from people, so people don't call me an up badger.
But I do think as an overall rule, like, as far as first cars on YouTube in particular go, that's a pretty... It's like an attainable first car. It's not horrifically overpriced or anything like that. Yeah. And then the mods that you've done to it as well are very much obtainable mods. So like in my perspective, I see a lot of people asking me in comments or on Instagram, what kind of mods should I use to my first car, etc. And people going wild with it. And I think it's all good and well to do as much as you can and go as wild with your first car as possible. But having a kind of vision of something in terms of, in this case, being like an uprated JDM style CRZ helps so much in terms of bringing it out. When we went to Cafe in the Machine just now, people were commenting on how nice the car was, like saying that it looked really nice. And to be able to get that kind of comment on your first car is really nice. Trust me, no one was going to say that my Skoda was a nice looking car except for me. That was it. The fact that someone came up to you and was like, this is a really nice car. In fact, drove past, didn't he, and was like, oh, I really like it, really nice CRZ.
In an S2000.
In an S2000. Man's out here in a Honda S2000, he's giving Yuwan props for his hybrid. It's huge, so good. So yeah, what I really wanted to do was just kind of show you guys how cool the car's looking, how much the car has changed over the last year since we made that video looking at your car and then my Polo as well. This has definitely outclassed the Polo in terms of what it's achieved. Yeah, I mean, mate, Yuwan's sick, and he's pivoting his channel at the moment, I think, as well towards car content as well, which I'm hoping to see more of this on the channel, hopefully in the near future. Yeah. So if you're not subscribed to Yuwan, go subscribe to him. You probably are, because he's got like double my subscriber base anyway. So yeah, it is what it is. You know how it be. But yeah, thank you for showing me around the car, Yuwan. Very, very kind of you. And we'll see what else nonsense we can film. Oh, and by the way, just for mentioning it, Aldas has actually very recently added another mod to his.
Now, last time he was a bit angry about the parking sensors, which me and my dad fitted. So I've done another mod.
What even are these? They're so unnecessary.
They're so sick. Look at that. It's flush on there. Look at that.
With those parking sensors, right, this is how far he ended up parking away from Yuwan's car. They were beeping away at him, and he ended up that far away from Yuwan's car. It's mad.
Listen, mate, look at the parking. Look, beautiful. Beautiful. What is that?
That's beautiful. This is what I was hoping that you guys would pull up next to me. We have like a nice little like row of three, but you guys.
You haven't showed it. You haven't showed it. Come here.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm wasting time. Wasting time.
Reversing camera, check that bad boy out.
You know what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to get a nice picture of myself and I'm going to stick it right here, so whenever you look in the mirror, you're just going to see a little picture of my face right here. Beautiful.
Drive into it. So yeah, there you go. Update on the GT86.
That's the main update. Okay, cool.
Extra
So at least we've got an update on the GT86. At least something has happened to it other than just barely even being driven.
Wait, look at how dirty it is. This is not a garage queen. I've put mileage on this.
How many miles do you think you've done on it? 1,000 tops?
Maybe like 1.7 since I've bought it.
Mad.
Although, mate, we've been in lockdown.
We have.
And I've been keeping to the government guidelines.
Yeah, exactly. That's the key thing here. No flaunting. We're good influence. We're not.
Content on the way with JB though.
Yeah, it's coming. But I mean, yeah, as you know, GT86 looks very good. If you haven't watched a video of me driving this car, well worth a watch. It's really fun to drive. Such a good car. Aldas has smashed it with that. Really, really cool. And obviously the MX-5 chilling over there as well. If you haven't been to Cafe in the Machine, I highly recommend it, by the way. I'm just dragging out the content here at this point, but if you haven't been to Cafe in the Machine, I highly recommend it. It was so much fun, so many good cars, and it was the Japanese sort of JDM weekender as well, so loads of other really cool cars there. MX-5s that blow mine out of the water. Yeah, just obviously very, very nice. And I had so much fun, in fact, I forgot to record an outro, so here I am instead. Massive thank you to Yuwan for letting me have a look around his car. Thank you to Aldas as well for getting involved. Also, go check out Aldas' video of the day. He vlogged the whole day at Cafe Machine, etc. Got some footage driving around in the MX-5, all that good stuff. I'll link it in the description and the pinned comment below. If you haven't already, do hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe as well if you're new. Massive thank you to the patrons, as always, for their continued support, and to you guys as well for watching. I'll see you in the next one.